Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Get Fit with Me, expanding your physical and mental fitness group. This group is for individuals who are ready to expand their physical and mental fitness while supporting others with similar goals along the way. Today, we are going to be talking about food. So, if you can hear and see me okay, make sure you drop your favorite food emoji in the comments so that I can hear and to know that you can hear and see me okay. Perfect. So first off, before we get started in introductions or things like that, I want to throw this out there that I am not a registered dietitian. I have a nutrition minor and I have a lot of knowledge in this area. And I'm going to be telling you the knowledge that I know, and I'm going to be sharing with you what I know works today. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to first say, I'm going to ask you guys to answer in the comments, what is your favorite food? And do you prefer cooking or eating out? The reason I ask this is I want you guys to think about, one, what if you could indulge in all the time? What would it be? And do you enjoy cooking or eating out? I enjoy cooking, but I enjoy being waited on, and I love eating out because I get to taste new flavors and get to taste things that I don't know how to cook and use at home. So I'm going to choose eating out, and my favorite food would be steak. I love steak. I love red meat, and that would be my favorite food. So before we get into some other things, I have a question for you. If I were to call you up and say, hey, do you want to go out to dinner tonight? I found this new restaurant and I heard the food is amazing. What would your answer be? How would you feel on the inside right away? Drop in the comments how you were feeling and what that feeling you get is. Is it a feeling of, heck yes, I cannot wait, I want to go, let's go now? Is it a yes, but I don't know? Or is it a nah, no thanks? So based on your answer, if your answer is a yes, but, why is that but? What is the but that is holding you back? So some examples of this are, yes, but I don't know, it's not my cheat day. Or yes, but I just ate out last night. I can't eat out 2 nights in a row. Yes, but I would feel guilty. Whatever that yes, but is, that is a feeling that we all have. And make sure you write those in the comments so I can see it. I can help you out with these. So I'm going to share that even after almost a decade of working on this, I got one popping in here. At almost a decade after working on this, I still feel this yes, but feeling sometimes. I still feel that I want to, but there's something holding me back. I'm going to feel guilty. I'm going to feel like, I should not have eaten that. I feel like I have to work that off now, or I have to work harder to work that off to make sure that I don't ruin my goals and that I still do what I'm planning to do. Those feelings right there are feelings that it takes a long time to kind of make silent. We're always going to have them. I don't think I've talked to anybody who actually has never had, who's like, I don't have those feelings ever. Or we all, I think, deep down have those, and it's either out in the open or it's silenced somewhere. So after almost a decade of working on this, I still feel that yes, but feeling, depending on what it is. And the reason that I have that is because I have not done a very good job of balancing. And balancing is a few different ways. Balancing, usually people think of as exercise and food. I'm going to eat this, so I must do this. Or I didn't do this, so I can't eat this. Well, that's one way to think of it. Calories in versus calories out, what you're consuming, what you're doing. But that's not what I'm going to talk about today. I'm not going to talk about your balance between exercise and eating. I'm going to talk about your balance between just what you are eating, your balance between your meals and your snacks. A lot of times we go through, and if you are a grazer, which I know a lot of people are, you just mindlessly graze throughout the day. Well, that's fine. A lot of people are grazers. They do very well. They meet all their fitness goals, but sometimes you're a grazer and you aren't meeting your fitness goals. What is the reason behind that? Well, the reason behind that I have found is your grazings are not balanced, or your meals are not balanced. And for me, if my meals and my snacks are not balanced because of 4 things that I'm going to teach you, I will overeat throughout my day. I will not feel very good. I will get to that indulging meal and I won't want to eat it. And I will feel super guilty about it. And I don't want to feel that way. So I have found 4 things that I can do to help prep me and keep me balanced throughout my day. Rather that a meal that I'm going to is breakfast, lunch, or dinner, if I know I can balance the rest of my day doing these 4 things and using these 4 things in each meal or snack, I'll be golden. I can go into that meal feeling guilt-free, feeling like I'm not going to be shameful of all that food I just ate. I'm not going to have any of those feelings of regret. And it's really hard in this culture that we live in of everything's a diet. You must do this, and then you must do this. You have Weight Watchers, Atkins, keto, you have paleo. There are so many different types of diets out there, but none of those diets are things that are long-term. Those are things that are short-term. But what happens is we have these diets, we get on them, we lose this weight, we lose that 20 pounds, we stop. We're like, great, we've hit our goal weight. We're going to stop. We're going to go back to my normal life, what I want my lifestyle to look like. I want to eat these foods. You go back to it and you gain it all right away. So instead of dieting, why don't you just change that lifestyle and those food habits over time? Granted, it's going to take a hell of a lot longer, but something that I've told people is if it's taken you X amount of years to get to where you want to make a change, imagine how many years it's going to take for you to get back to where you want to be, or to get to where you want to be. Diets are ways for quick fixes, but they also lead to constant starting over. And we don't want that. And today I'm going to teach you how to not keep starting over, get rid of that diet and start working on something that you can actually do that works into the food and the meals that you want to eat. So the secret is balance in every single meal or snack. I have 4 things that I'm going to share with you. And if you remember anything, these are the 4 things I want you to remember. I want you to remember that every snack or meal that I consume has a carb, a fat, a protein, and either a fruit or a vegetable. So why are these so beneficial? Why is this great? And like, oh my gosh, Morgan, why are you able to go and be guilt-free with all this? Well, there's a few reasons. One is I am able to create a balanced meal using all 4 of these. I am able to create something that is substantial enough that gives my body enough energy and provides enough love for it that I can have that portion, I can go on throughout my day, and then I can have more, rather than constantly looking in my food needing more and more. So with that being the case, if I am able to balance my meals and my snacks throughout my day effectively, like I know I can, I get into that meal, or I get into that time of saying yes, that I can go into that saying, I have balanced the rest of my day, that now I am able to go in guilt-free. And now I'm going to tell you the kind of the science behind it and why it works for other people and why it really works for me. So when you think of carbs, a lot of people think of bread, pastas, noodles, potatoes, anything like that. And that is correct. Carbs are the things in your body. Carbs are those things that you put in your body that give you instant energy. They are going to give you energy the fastest. They're going to be metabolized the fastest in the body, which also means you're going to crash the fastest. So if I have some pasta, just plain pasta, and I eat that, I'm going to feel good right away. But within 30 minutes, my body will have metabolized that, and I'm going to feel sluggish, and I'm going to feel hungry again because it has burned through it so quickly. So if I add a carb, if I add a fat in with my carbs. So let's say I had some butter on top of some butter and some cheese on top of my noodles. Great. So it's a little bit heartier. I have my carb, my body eats through all my carbs, and then it's like, nope, you've ate through all your carbs, now let's go into the fat. My body then goes after that butter and that cheese and starts getting its energy from there. So instead of being hungry after 30 minutes, maybe I start to get hungry in an hour. And there's one more thing you can add in. So I work through my carbs, I work through my fat, and now I'm onto my protein. What if I throw some chicken on top? So I have chicken, noodles, cheese, and butter right now on my pasta. Eats through the carbs, eats through the fats, and now it's on to the protein. Your body uses protein for a lot of things, but protein is what keeps you fuller the longest, fuller longer. So once your body's ate through the fat, it's going to start working through that protein that's going to give you energy. So rather than being hungry after 30 minutes or an hour, you will get hungry after hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe longer, all depending on the portion. So being able to create a snack or a meal that incorporates all 3 of those is super important for just a well-balanced, making sure that your body's getting what it needs to energize and fuel it for more than just a short amount of time. Well, you're like, Morgan, I don't want pasta. What are some other options? So other options that I use are, I'll do tuna. I'll do a tuna packet. So that's my protein. I'll do some sort of cheese. I usually like feta. There's a garlic and herb or basil and herb that I like. And then I'll do pretzels. So I have my carb, my protein, my fat. Perfect. But Morgan, you said there is your fruits and veggies. Where do those fall in? Aren't fruits and veggies a carb? Yes, fruits and veggies are technically carbs. But for my body, I know that if I don't have either a grain or I don't have rice or I don't have potatoes, if I don't have anything like that, then my body does not feel full. My body does not like using an apple or spinach as its carb. It wants like a thick, dense carb to use. So with that being the case, that's where my fat fourth category comes into. That is where that fruit and veggie come into. I am able to add either a fruit or a veggie. So what that may look like is some tomatoes in with that feta, that pretzels, and that tuna. I'll add some tomatoes in there. Right there, that's a veggie. My body feels good when I eat fruits and veggies. We get vitamins and minerals from fruits and veggies that we don't always get from fats, proteins, and carbs. So when I separate my fruits and veggies from my carb, AKA my starches, that fuels my body and makes me feel good long-term. So that's the science behind it. How your body works through, how my body likes it. I have found that balancing that, so let's say I have a dinner, or even if I'm going to plan to eat dinner at home, but I get that phone call at 3, like, hey, do you want to go to dinner tonight? And I say yes. I know that I have balanced the rest of my meals throughout my day so that when I go into dinner, I'm good. I've had what I need to fuel my body. Another perk to this is if you balance equally throughout your day, that one meal is not going to kill you. It's not going to offset the progress that you're making. And if you've balanced, you're probably not going to eat that whole meal. A lot of times when I have balanced correctly and good for my body throughout the day, and I've drank my water, I get to that big burger or that pizza or whatever I've chosen to eat as that indulging meal, and I don't even eat the whole thing. I realize halfway through that I'm full. My body has had what it needs, that this little bit of fun and yummy food at the end is that, wow, this is great, but no, I'm good. I'm done. There is an internal I'm done that happens, and that is the best feeling. You're like, awesome, I'll take this home, or nope, I don't even need this. And it's when you feel that you say, nope, and you just get rid of it. It's when we start saying, oh, well, we can just finish it, not a big deal. If your body says, no, I feel good, then stop. Stop right there and think about, okay, have I had what I need? Do I need to complement it with anything else? Another way to think about this is if you are going out to eat and you really are struggling with that feeling of, oh, I shouldn't be here. I've ate out every single night this week. I should not have said yes to this. Make a better choice off the menu then. Choose something that has all 4 of those groups, that has a carb, that has a protein, that has a fat, that has a fruit or a vegetable with it. choose something off the menu that maybe isn't as indulging as usual, but that you can still enjoy with somebody else. So that also comes when you let your significant other or someone else you're living with cook for you. I love to cook. So I'm usually the one to cook here because I have a little bit of control issues in the kitchen. So with that being the case, when I let him cook, I let go. I'm like, I've done what I needed to do throughout the day. I'm going to feel good no matter what he makes or how he does, however he cooks it, if he uses butter instead of oil or vice versa. And what I do is, because we are home, and if I need something extra after, if I realize I didn't have a vegetable like I need, like my body needs, I just have a vegetable after. I've been able to balance and find what works. So what I want you guys to take away from this is balance is not just, I must eat this because I've done this, or I must do this because I'm eating this. Balance is what you eat every single time you sit down. Balance is finding how much carbs, maybe it's just a little bit of carbs, maybe it's a big amount of carb. Finding that carb, protein, fat balance that works for you. And is adding a fruit or veggie good for you? No, maybe just use that as your carb then. Figure out that balance, that little, I keep holding up a circle, that little pie slivers that work for you and what makes your body feel good. A lot of us don't know what makes our body feel good. So I have a challenge for you. And I want you, before I even tell you what the challenge is, I want you to raise your hand, drop a hand in the emoji, say I'm in, say yes, say whatever you want to say to let me know that you're going to take on this challenge. I promise it's not going to kill you. It's like 10 minutes maybe, and it's something just to help you get thinking. Help you get thinking about what you eat, how you are eating, how frequently you're eating, and are you eating balanced all throughout your day? So if you are in for the challenge, and I'm going to do it, I'm going to share what I'm doing, and I will share it as well. I'm participating. So starting tomorrow, you can either do it tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday, your choice, does not matter to me. But by Monday, if you've committed to the challenge, I will be following up with you if I have not heard from you. Starting tomorrow, I want you to take out a sheet of paper, or I want you to open the notes pad in your phone. I want you to record every single thing you eat. So for some of you, this may be an eye-opener, realizing that you eat a lot more than what you thought you did. For some of you, you may realize that you're not eating very much because your day's busy. So that's first what I want you to realize when recording this. 2, I want you to look at how, when you ate certain things, how did you feel? Did you feel hungry right away after? Did you feel sluggish? Kind of break down the feeling that you had after or before eating certain things in your day. And 3, I want you to determine and be able to look at your write-out and say, yes, I have my carb, my protein, my fat. I felt balanced. I felt good. I didn't eat again until this time because I didn't need to. Things like that you can notice, even just for one day, will just make you more conscious and help make that small change that will get you a small win time after time, day after day. So by doing this, I want you to also, I know you can do it, post a picture or a screenshot of the day and all the food you've ate. And the food doesn't have to be, I ate 1 cup of rice. No, I ate rice with chicken, with veggies. I ate a granola bar. I ate Thin Mints. I don't care about the quantity, just what kind of food you ate so we can see the breakdown. And the reason I'm having you post a picture in the comments of this recording is for a few reasons. 1, so that you can show others that you are completed the challenge that you've stepped up to do. 2, so that I can help you. And 3, so that we can all help each other see what balanced meals and what unbalanced meals look like. If you really do not feel comfortable posting the comments, that is completely okay. Send me a private message or shoot me an email, whatever contact is best for you to send it to me. I want you to still send it and show it. I want you to complete this challenge, and I don't want you, this challenge is not meant to feel bad about. Fridays are crazy days for me, so I know my eating habits already don't look very good, but I'm not gonna change anything. I'm gonna comment, I'm gonna type it, I'm gonna screenshot it, and I will post it tomorrow by the end of the day. So If I don't hear from you either in a private message or in the comments, I will be following up with you. So be ready, make sure you've done it, and follow through on the challenge that you are committed to. I'm excited for you. Remember, if you want extra help right now, drop a me in the comments and I will send you a private message and we'll have a little bit of chat and we'll have a little chat. So I want to hear from you. What is stuck to you like glue from this conversation today? What are the things that is something that you're going to walk away from this conversation with? Drop it in the comments and let me know. Is it those 4 things? Is it the fact that balance does not just have to be exercise and food, that balance can be just in the food? Think about what is sticking to you like glue. What are you taking away with you from this conversation? Write that down, put it in the comments. Remember that, because that is what's going to help you make these changes and move forward day after day. Few reminders, if you want to sign up for calls, for live Zoom classes and for these calls and to get the link, make sure to click the link that I'm going to post in the comments below so that you can sign up for the email list. And once again, huge thank you to all of you who joined me live and who are watching the replay right now. I hope you found today's teaching to be beneficial. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next week.